stream. My name is Cho, and welcome to the Cho Show. Yes, this is the Cho Show. Um, let's make sure that everything is going the way that it should be going. We are live, we are in color, and you do have audio. So we love that. We love that so much. It is so interesting because this is the first stream that I have both monitors ready to go. And this is still a mobile vertical live stream, but I will be testing very, very soon horizontal streams. And I have that to look forward to because it's my belief that I'll be able to provide a lot more value in terms of engagement and content. I'll be able to show you things that I want to talk about. We can watch videos together and we can do a lot more together that I am otherwise a little bit, got my hands tied behind my back a bit. So I'm looking forward to having the dual monitors and being able to do a lot more with these live streams. Hey, Smart Spender, what's going on? How are you? I'm doing really well. Hey, DJ, thank you for putting the Discord channel linked in here. Thank you so much. It's now pinned. And let me make sure that I have all chat on, live chat, all messages available. That should just be, the norm. You may lose your power. Okay, DJ. Well, thank you for being here while you can. Thank you for doing the bare minimum. I can always depend on you. Hey, Shark Zoo, what's going on? What will you do for Christmas? Well, I'll tell you what I'll do for Christmas. It's pretty simple. So typically, I fly to Miami Beach on Christmas morning. That is not happening this year because I have no money. So we're not going to Miami Beach. However, instead, we'll be going to my family's house up in Toledo, Ohio. So we'll be staying in a hotel, but we'll be spending a lot of time with my family for Christmas. The way we split holidays is we go spend time with his family for Thanksgiving, and then we spend time with my family for Christmas. Now, typically, we will go, 4 or 5 days before Christmas, and then on Christmas Day, we start our vacation. But like I said before, we're not going out of town. We're not going to Miami. We're having a staycation. We're saving our coins and hopefully making some other plans for the future. So yeah, that's what's going on for Christmas. We don't do much. My dad is now the host of Christmas. He has a grandkid. People open up presents, but for the most part, it's mostly an adult type thing. Mostly adults attend my dad's Christmas party, and we just eat and drink. Well, I don't drink, but we eat a lot of food. So there's that. So not much. I'll be going to see cousins and other family members. I'll go see my mom and my mom's side of the family. They have a big Christmas Eve party, so we'll probably go over there for Christmas Eve and then go to my dad's for Christmas Day. So that's kind of what we're gonna do. I'm also planning to visit my cousins. We are going to have a Super Smash Bros. Ultimate tournament, so I'm looking forward to that. Um, Interesting microphone stand today. So DJ, I don't know if you were here, but we are going to, from now on, we're going to have a different microphone stand every live stream. So the last live stream, we actually used a pair of glasses. Today, we're using this box. So every day, I'm gonna have random microphone stands. Mind you, I could just like be like a real professional and use my condenser mic right here. Like I could just use this, but no, I want to be extra. I want to be dramatic. I want to be interesting and use this little tiny wireless microphone on random stands. So here we are. Shark Zoo, what are you doing for Christmas? What are you doing for Christmas? I need you to show me around Miami one day. I would love to do that. But there's so much to explore. Like even myself, I've been there 8 times. Well, no, I've been there 7 times now, 7, 8 times, something like that. And every time we go to Miami, we explore a different section of Miami because we are creatures of habit. We do the same things over and over, and so um, we do like to explore different parts. So like maybe we'll go to little Cuba or little Havana, one trip, and we'll spend, like a whole day there, and go back for second day and explore more. And then some days we'll like explore Brickell. So the last time we went to Miami Beach, we actually visited Brickell for the first time. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Brickell is giving what New York City wishes she could be. Like Brickell, Miami is everything. I love it so much. Um, would probably live there. If I had to live in a big city, Brickell, Miami would be where I would want to live. Um, sounds like a good plan. Possible future plans. Yes, possible future plans. I need you to show me around Miami. Yeah. Show me the good places to eat and nice places to visit and all the interesting things that you've uncovered in your time in Miami. Yeah, I would love that. I would love that so much. Hey Salty Gamer, I thought you were using the box as a giveaway. Girl, as if. These headphones cost $250. As if. And that's on sale. On sale, 250. I think they start at 300 something. Yeah. Expensive headphones, but they work. They work very well. Love them so much. Would buy them again. Love them so much. They need to move the mute button to a different location though. The mute button is somewhere over here. Wait. Yes, yes. This is still serious people. Still serious people. I need you to move the mute button to a different location because your mute button is currently located an inch away from the power fucking button. I need it to not be there anymore. Shark Zoo is just going to my cousin's house for the family dinner. Well, fair enough. I'm not married yet, so nothing special. Fair enough. I'm not married yet either, so nothing special for me either, I guess. I'm always very nervous and reserved and super touristy my first time in a new place. Well, Miami can do that to you because Miami is very flashy, very gaudy. It's so funny when you've been to Miami as often as I've been, especially since I'm usually on Ocean Drive. You will become desensitized to supercars because everyone is driving a supercar down in Miami. Well, no, not everyone's driving a supercar, but people rent supercars to show off. People love to show off in Miami. Very show offy city. And so people are always showing off no matter where you go. And you just quickly become desensitized. So whenever I see a fancy car here in Columbus, I'm like, oh, who gives a fuck? I don't even fucking know. I don't even notice. Don't even notice. So anyway, I just feel like I have a target marked on me that screams noob. Well, listen, you do, especially in Miami, because um, there are vultures out there. If you are a new person, you can spend some money and you can overpay for a lot of things, particularly for restaurants. There are certain restaurants in certain areas I just don't go to. I went to Miami for the first time, 7, 8 years ago. Well, for the first time 10 years ago, and I fell into some of the touristy traps. But now, after having been there for a long time, multiple times, I kind of know some of the places that you should go and some of the places that's overpriced. And there's a lot of places that are overpriced. A lot of places that are overpriced. Still serious. Yes, this is like my impromptu still serious promo. I'm not getting shit for it, but I love Still Series, so listen. And I don't know if they're gonna want to be associated with this stream. the title of this stream, Ice Baby. I don't know if Still Serious is gonna want to be associated with Ice. Miami is Vice City. Miami is the best city in the world. Austin Malloy. I love Miami. I would love to live there full time. And by full time, I mean 7 months out of the year. I still live in Ohio because I love the great state of Ohio. I would still live in Ohio for 6 months, well, no, 5 months. You know, our summer into fall, unmatched, unmatched, unmatched. Summer into fall in Ohio is just gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So I would still want to be in Ohio for that, but otherwise, I would prefer to be in Miami year round, just so that I can run. I mean, honestly, to be able to run year round outside just sounds incredible. It just sounds absolutely incredible to me. And I can't do that because I listen. I'm just not. I'm just not an outdoor runner during the cold. I just can't do it. This is the second year I've even contemplated doing it. I actually tried running outside during the winter time last year. Didn't work out. I ran it a couple times. It didn't work out. It's just not something I'm willing to do. And I have to just own that. I need to just own that I am not running outside in the fucking cold. So I need to make sure that I'm always living in a place where I can afford to um to do that, to be running outside. Hi, beautiful man. Hey, David Boles. I'd like to move to Colorado Rockies or Oregon Forest. Oh wow, you like nature. That sounds cool, Austin. Where do you live currently? Treadmills hurt my knee. I fuck a treadmill. Treadmills hurt my soul. Treadmills are so boring. I can't do treadmills. No, I do treadmills when I love, listen, I love a hotel gym. I do love a hotel gym. I love a hotel gym. And so I will work out and go on the treadmill at hotels. But in terms of like it being a part of my typical lifestyle, like my daily lifestyle, I don't want to run on a treadmill. Treadmills are boring. They're soul crushing. They're just absolutely soul crushing. I run because I love, love, love to run. And I like to run outside when it's nice. The cold helps me cool me off when running. Oh, I hate it. No, no, no. I can't do it. I can't do it often. I hate it so much. I live in Houston. Bitch, you don't know what cold is. First of all, you don't know. Girl, not someone from Houston telling me about how they like the cold. Girl, you do not know what cold is. It was just 9 degrees the other day. 9 degrees. It don't get 9 degrees in Houston, Texas. But no, I hate running in the cold. I like to run, like I can run in the rain that keeps your body temperature cool. But the cold, I can't do it. Don't like it. Don't like it at all. I have a gym membership trickling for running in winters. Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, that would be the only reason I would really want to have a gym membership was for the winter time here in Ohio. I'm an outside runner in Cincinnati. Oh my God, you live in the nasty natty. Have you done your half marathon down there in Cincinnati, your marathon? I have lots of friends who live in the nasty natty and they run the marathon and they tell me how it's really difficult because of all the hills and how it almost always rains during your marathon. No, I ran in Chicago in winter for a while. Oh, okay. Okay. Then you definitely know cold. Nah, it's not for me, Austin. I'm not for that bullshit. I'm not down with that. But if you ran in Chicago, then you definitely know cold. It's so cold sometimes that my eyelashes freeze up and I can't blink. Oh my god, that's crazy. It's so cold, my car freezes shut and the handles don't work. That happens to me too. So typically, what happens to me is I'll go to the gas station and I can't get my gas tank open because the door, like the shutter, is like a shutter door. The door won't open because it's frozen shut. It's actually pretty crazy. I go out on 6 to 7 mile runs. I'm 42 about 2 times a week. I love that, David. I love that for you. That's hot. I love a 42-year-old that's keeping in shape with running. I love that so much. Um, I don't usually do 7 mile runs. I usually do about 6 miles. I do 6 mile runs again, like with you, twice a week. I'm 35. Um, but yeah, I do 6 mile runs. Takes me exactly an hour to run 6 miles. The Flying Pig is in spring, early summer, I think. Yeah, yeah. And I hear it always rains. And I only say that because I was talking to my friend Christy, who is living in Cincinnati, and I was telling her about my marathon experience, my half marathon experience recently, and how it rained for the first time in Columbus since 2002. And then she told me how, oh my God, Joe, like it rains every time for the Flying Pig or whatever marathons down in Cincinnati. The gas door, I know it's crazy. Like, and so I'm sitting there in the cold trying to pry open my door for the gas tank, and it's so embarrassing because then sometimes I have to like go back in the car to hit the button, and I hear the click. I hear the click, but then it's not open, and it's too much. It's too much. So how's everyone getting ready for Christmas? Is everyone ready for Christmas? Tell me about Christmas plans and Christmas parties and Christmas gifts. Cause I don't typically do all of that stuff. I don't, you guys know I don't buy Christmas presents. How is everyone getting ready for Christmas? Are we ready? Are we happy? Are we excited? Are we inundated? Are we overwhelmed? I don't celebrate unless invited. Well, do you not have any friends, Austin? What's going on? No friends invited you to a Christmas celebration this year or Christmas party? Where's your family? Your family doesn't invite you to Christmas parties? We have a billion things to wrap. Just a couple of things grocery wise to pick up. I will watch all the last minuters panic with glee and happiness. I'm evil. Oh my god, guys. This morning on the way to work, I pass an exit that routes you to the main shopping district here in Columbus. It's called Easton. And the line to go onto the exit lane was so backed up this morning. It was so backed up this morning. I could not fucking believe it. I'm thinking these have to be Christmas shoppers shopping literally the last weekend before Christmas. I could not imagine. I would probably end up in a capital murder case being out there with all those people shopping this weekend. And again, like DJ says, these are last minute shoppers. So these aren't regular shoppers. These aren't just people that are, oh, let me just go pick up a matcha latte, look at a couple dresses, buy a bag or purse or two. These aren't just casual shoppers. These are people that are under duress. They're under stress. They're under time constraints. They're under pressure. You know, they're angry. I would not want to be around these people not one day of the week. I don't want to be around regular shoppers, to be quite frank with you, let alone these people that have been turned into demons looking for, a PS5 for their child. Like, I don't, yeah, a mess. But the line was so crazy. It was out of control. I got stuck behind, like, next to this line. It was just, I was like, couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it. I didn't say all that now. I just don't prepare. Let others worry about it. Well, are you doing anything for Christmas, Austin? Do you buy presents? If you do buy presents, have you already bought your presents for other people? I heard a lady in store the other day talking about her husband Christmas shopping, saying he's really last minute and overcompensates. She was ripping him to her best friend. Oh my God. And listen, mm, couldn't be me, honey. Now, I do have to prepare for Christmas because while I don't buy people gifts, I do hand write letters. So I do have to do that over the next several days before Tuesday arrives. Um, I'm looking forward to that. So I like that. I like to write. I love stationery. I think it's a lost art. You fucking little cunts don't even know how to write in cursive anymore. So I'm trying to make sure it's not a dying art. Scale 1 to 10. How circumcised are you, King? I would say I'm a 10, probably, or a 9. I don't, I'm just not really thinking about the scale of it all. Like, how circumcised am I? I mean, I would say 9 or a 10, probably. I would say 9 or a 10. Good question, Cloudy Gaze. Hi, Luke. What is going on, Luke? How are you? How is my darling, my sweet girl? How are you preparing for Christmas? I don't think I even told my audience that I was live. I didn't tell the girls I was live. We're having a chill night so far. We're having a very chill night. Are you actually for real holding that box the whole time? Absolutely. It's actually easier than holding the microphone, to be quite frank with you, DJ. Holding this box is definitely easier than holding the microphone. It's kind of a hack code because it's literally just sitting in my hands and against my body. It's actually really perfect and I'm very comfortable. Isn't that funny? Every day, every stream, we're going to have a different microphone holder. Different mic. I'm well, thank you. Just lazing around. Do not care this year. Period. That part. Don't care any year. Christmas is all about consumerism anyway. Or you could just hold nothing at all. Well, no, I have to hold something because I have found that when I use the clip onto my robe is not firm enough up here. Like there's no firm flap. And so it ends up not really working very well. And because I don't have a shirt on, because I'm butt naked, I can't really use the magnet that's attached to the microphone either. So it's just, the box is great. This is great, actually. Often you have a valid point. He could just get a headset with a microphone. Well, I have that. I have that. That's this. But it's a shit microphone. Headsets with microphones sound like complete shit. Even the expensive $300 headsets. The headsets, you're buying headsets, you're not buying microphones. Like the technology you're buying is like right here. This the headset community has not perfected a microphone. There is no headset microphone that is going to be as good as a real microphone. I am cute. Listen. I feel like Britney Spears when she was doing that. I'm a slave for you. Like when she did that song, um, and she had the headset while dancing, and she took the headset out, and she's like, you know, you know what I mean? Like I feel like Brit right now. I feel like Brit hidden microphone. That's insane. Yeah, it's cute. It's really cute. Now I did just get done dragging all hits of microphones, but if you're playing games, this will totally suffice. Like when I'm communicating with teammates in a video game, the microphone it doesn't have to be like super clear, crisp and audio. I'm not fucking creating content while playing a video game. I'm trying to talk shit to some 14-year-old boy, right? That's on my fucking team. I'm trying to get him to play well and win the game. So, you don't have to have like crispy, clear, audio. But if you're creating content that you want to be consumed and you want to make money off of it, then you want to have something that's going to actually do very well and be efficient and of value. You just whipped that shit out in public. I sure did. So, not to be a downer, but do you guys even care about the title of the stream tonight? Do we even care? 'Cause this is very dramatic. It's a very dramatic time in Columbus right now. Very, very dramatic time. As of last night, as of yesterday, Thursday, as of yesterday, um, it's intense, honey. Very intense. We've had discussions in my household. My partner is worried about all his friends seeing my content and my comments on Instagram. Because listen to me clearly. In terms of Instagram, I've had it. I've had it. I don't give a fuck anymore about being nice to these animals on Instagram. Okay? Yes, I'm commenting on shit. Yes, these local politicians, I'm gonna call you out. I don't give a fuck. So, yeah, my partner's worried. What are you saying? What are you gonna do? You're gonna have all my friends mad, all this shit. Yeah. Um, Ice Ice Baby. Happy they're here. So let's talk about what one of our well let's talk about I'll read the comments. I'll read the comments. Let's get into it. Just so I can say that I did what I said I was gonna do with the title. We're at what? Minute 25. I'll remember that. Um so first off, am I gonna take I'm not gonna mention that. I'm not gonna mention that. What I will say is that people are afraid. People are terrified. The girls are terrified here in Columbus, Ohio right now. They're terrified because ICE is here to snatch the girlies up, honey. And I'm here for it. 100% here for it. Snatch the girlies up. That's what we voted for. Snatch them up. But people are upset. People are scared. People are trying to hide. People are trying to figure out ways to um, not listen to federal agents. People want to know their legal rights, and they want to know all this shit. It's like it's so funny. Everyone's so concerned about due process and you know everything being done the legal, the right way. It's like when no one thought about that when they were breaking the law by entering the country illegally, they weren't considering due process when they skipped the line and skipped over a lot of more productive people that are now on welfare and sucking up, tax dollars. Like no one thought about due process when they skipped the border. But now on the way out the door, they want to talk about due process. You can kiss my ass. You can kiss my ass. Keep the same energy. So anyway, ICE is in Columbus. Thank God they finally made it. And this is what Columbus City Council said on Instagram. Yeah, I'm gonna read it because it's a bunch of bullshit. And I'm gonna read the comment that I made, and we'll go over some comments in the comment section too. Okay. Um. So, and again, when we get to the horizontal streams, I'll be able to put this shit on the screen so you can read with me, and it won't be so janky and ghetto and all this shit. You know what? In fact, I'll just here we go. Here we go. I'll just So it says feds are conducting operations in Columbus. I know our community is sacred right now, but knowledge is power. Second Timothy tells us God did not give us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. Swipe through and share this post so folks have all the facts and know exactly what to do. Now, first of all, I find it to be very strange that City Council is injecting Bible scripture into their publications and their marketing department. Who thought that was a good idea? Because last time I checked, and I could be wrong, but the last time I fucking checked, there was a separation of church and state, and no government should be marketing something to the public that is inspired or directed by God. Because what God are you talking about? Whose God are you talking about? Right? Also, so right off the rip, we got separation of church and state. Number two, this is sacrilegious in my opinion, because you've got people in positions of power that are trying to, you know, couch their narrative and their position as being backed by God. Mind you, we're talking about politicians, career politicians who have done nothing but siphon the life out of Columbus residents for X amount of years, all in the hopes and in the effort to gain prosperity themselves on the backs of Columbus residents. So to be putting any messaging like this behind the veneer of God, it's sacrilegious, it's demonic, it's a break of separation of church and state, and it's insulting. It's insulting. They can keep it. So let's go back because it gets worse. So let's see what they're actually going to recommend that people do. Oh, wait. Don't get me started on him. 'Cause I know some tea about him, about his family, but I'm going to keep it cute. So, this is so funny. He says ICE does not coordinate with the city. They didn't tell us they were coming. They don't gotta fucking tell you they're coming. We don't know the scope of their operations, which could change over time. The city can't stop them from enforcing federal immigration law, but we don't have to and won't help. That's fucking crazy. In 2017, Mayor Ginther issued an executive order which City Council reinforced as Ordinance 1304. It says we would not use city resources to investigate individuals based solely on immigration status. Your Columbus police will not assist with detention or deportation efforts unless there is another criminal violation or court order to do so. Please still call 911 if you need help. Our police will step in if there is a threat to public safety. Peaceful protest is not a threat to public safety. This is crazy. This is crazy. So not only will the city not aid the federal government in their efforts to prioritize Americans first, um, but they are actively working to prohibit the federal government from doing their job. Now, listen, as a libertarian adjacent thinking person, there's not many things I want the federal government to do. But there is this one thing where this is the one thing that they should be doing, like ensuring that our borders remain sovereign is quite literally one of the very few things I want the government to be doing. So this is crazy that the city doesn't want this to happen. And am I surprised? No. No, 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 because the city doesn't give a fuck about the average citizen. No, not at all. Not here in Columbus. No. Again, they care about lining their pockets. Let's keep reading. If you think you could be targeted, stay home if you can. ICE can stop cars without cause. When you're out, carry federal ID or documentation if you can. Well, no fuck. No, I mean, average people don't have to worry about this, y'all, right? You only have to worry about this if you're an illegal alien. Memorize or write on your arm your emergency contacts number. If you are detained, you might not get to keep your phone, and WhatsApp access is often disabled in jail. If you're engaged by ICE, know that you have the right to stay silent. You can refuse to sign any document until you talk to a lawyer. What can residents do? Check on your neighbors, see what they need, see if their children need a pickup or a grocery run. If you see ICE, know that you can record them on your phone. You don't have to answer their questions. You don't have to open the door to let them into your private property without a judicial order like a warrant. They might wear gear that says police on them, even though they're not Columbus police. Ask them to identify themselves. Wow. Listen, if they have federal ID, then obviously they're a citizen, right? Because there's just no way that they would be giving out IDs to illegals, right? Right? That wouldn't happen. That couldn't happen. Couldn't be. So I'm sure just carry your ID, girls, and you'll be fine. Um, let's keep reading because there's more. They talk about saving these numbers, legal aid, community refugee. Columbus Police Department will still answer any call for service. Um, and this is rich. This is the best part. We all know what this is: a cruel and wasteful effort meant to distract and divide us at a time when most Columbus residents are more worried about making rent than what it says on their neighbors' papers. This is a welcoming, inclusive city. Everyone who lives here should feel safe, valued, and respected. Council President Shannon G. Hardin. His cheating ass. Hmm. He's got more things he should be worried about, like his husband, allegedly. He's got more things he should be worried about. But I won't go there. Um, We all know this is a cruel and wasteful effort. You know, I could actually think of something that's equally cruel and wasteful, and it's allowing illegal immigrants into the city and making it a quasi sanctuary city that artificially raises prices for everyone, right? We all know that most immigrants are on social services. Now, I know that they will tell you that illegals aren't on social services and the immigrants aren't on social services, but they are, because if they weren't, they wouldn't be fighting so hard to prevent bills that makes it illegal for them to receive benefits. Why do you care about a bill, a Republican bill, barring illegals from receiving social services if they don't receive social services at all? Weird. It's just weird, I guess. Strange. Hmm. But regardless, prices and rentals would fall down quite dramatically if there was less demand for those products. So while you want to talk about Columbus residents being able to make rent, part of the reason, and again, this is one of many reasons, but one of the many reasons why rents go up is because there's higher demand. You introduce more people to a population with a certain set amount of rentals, you're going to increase the price, right? Especially if you're not increasing the supply. So, as far as I'm concerned, getting rid of a bunch of illegal aliens would reduce rental prices. How's that for a policy? How's that for a policy? Call me crazy. We've also studied and we've also proven that as the government gives more spending towards social programs like SNAP benefits, that is positively correlated with the rise in grocery prices. So, again, less people spending money on groceries would lead to lower grocery prices. So I don't know. This is not doing what I think you want it to do. I'm not sympathetic. But let's read my comment. This is what I said. I said no one cares about your virtue signaling and Bible quotes. How sacrilegious. Focus on the Americans who you are price gouging and gentrifying via burdensome taxation while giving corporate welfare to the wealthy. That's what I said. Now, I haven't got any comments. Somebody else said this, and I love this comment. Tiffany High Official says, I'm confused. Does Columbus support illegal immigrants? The ones that my tax dollars are paying for? Good question. Another comment. Why is Columbus City Council quoting the Bible? Anyway, let's read some comments. Will you at least be having drinks and finger foods for friends one night? No. No. I'm not bringing people over for the holidays. Now, I am having a guest on Sunday. We're having matcha. Just a quick little matcha date with a good friend. She's a lawyer friend. She's a lawyer friend of mine. Um, I might pick her brain on a couple things too. You know, I might, but yeah, my friend is coming over on Sunday after church. I'll be entertaining her. Maybe her boyfriend. I don't know if he's coming or not, but I'll be ready for him if he comes too. Um, but no, no drinks and finger foods here at this household. Riot started yet? You could lead one. I think they would trample me and kill me if a riot happened because I'd be rioting in support of ICE. But no, the riots have not started yet. I would not be surprised if they happen sometime in the coming days. Hey Pumpkin. Hey Pumpkin Jeebus won't accept you. When you toss the salad, do you like jelly or syrup? I don't put jelly or syrup on my salads. I put dressing. If they're worried about ice, they should apply legally. Then there's no problem. True, but that would be too much like right. Green tea. Doesn't international law say anyone seeking sanctuary must apply at the first safe country they come to? Not keep going until you find a place you can scam. That part. Hey Blondie, what's going on, Blondie? Long time no see. How are you? I'm very well. I'm very well. I'm very happy. I'm very well. I'm very happy. I'm officially on vacation. So I don't have work for a long while. We do this thing where and I mean, we lose a lot of money when we do this, but it's worth it. We actually close our restaurant for a couple weeks so that everyone gets a guaranteed vacation. Even though okay, this is TMI, but I technically have unlimited PTO. Technically, but I don't take it. It's not really a culture where people feel comfortable taking their PTO. So, um, and the original owner recognized this right away, and so he implemented um, during Christmas. He just closed the restaurant so that managers such as myself would take time off. So it's nice. Anyway, get these illegals the fuck up out of here. As far as I'm concerned, as far as I'm concerned, it's what I voted for. I know I live in liberal Columbus, but I don't give a fuck. I'm just waiting for people to comment on my comment. I'm just waiting for it. And a lot of people are like loving the comments. Like they love this stance because they're all a bunch of Democrats, but it's kind of disgusting. Um, I'm being so messy. Someone just said, "What do you have to say about the images coming out of officers collaborating with ICE?" I'ma say, "Good job to those officers," because I mean it. I mean it. I mean it. Oh, this is disgusting. Anyway, Anyway, fuck them. So what else is going on, y'all? Y'all are awfully quiet tonight. I can just end the stream if y'all want. Sorry, I got caught up in reading. Um. Oh, he's such a fake and a fraud. He's such a fake and a fraud. This Shannon Hardy, fake and a fraud. Um. Anyway, I am really excited because over the weekend I will also be filming some really special content, some holiday content. Every year I tend to do some unboxings. You know, usually it's an advent calendar. Now, I'm not doing an advent calendar this year. However, I am going to be unboxing the Fish Wife gift box. It's kind of like an advent calendar, but it's not that much. It's not like 24 pieces of tinned fish. But I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a handful of different tinned fish. I'm excited. Funny how so many of these folks are okay with illegals, but just not in their neighborhood. Yeah, there is. It's NIMBYs. The NIMBYs. It's NIMBYs all over again. Not in my backyard. Not in my backyard. It's interesting to me. It's really interesting to me. Let's say you get a chance to choose which citizenship to be. Would you prefer to be USA or Canada? USA. 100% USA. I love America. I love America. The potential for success is nowhere else better than America. Well, like I just said, the potential for success is nowhere greater than America. That's why. And there's just so much to explore in America, right? So many different cultures, so many different it's such a melting pot, USA. So many different states. I mean, the states are like countries at this point. You go to California and it's completely different from Florida. You go to Ohio, it's completely different from New York. It's a lot of different cultures here in the US. I know I picked like four completely different cultures, but the cultures really are distinct down here. So you have Southern culture, then you have even like Florida culture, which is different from Southern culture. You got East Coast culture, but and then they're different among each other as well. Then you've got the Midwest, but you've got like there's a difference between Kansas and Ohio. Do you know what I mean? Like there's a difference. California is its own thing, but even within California, Northern Cali versus Southern Cali, two totally different worlds. You can be as successful as in America. You can be successful in Canada if you're ready for it. Welcome to Northern Territory of Canada. Well, I don't think you understand what I'm saying, Anatoly. What I'm saying is the potential is so much greater than in America. And this is not an opinion, this is a fact. When you look at how many people become millionaires and billionaires, it's in America. So that's what I mean by that. Like, I'm talking purely about potential. I'm not just saying, oh, success. Like, you can be successful anywhere because I am a strong believer in mindset, right? So don't get it twisted. Like, you can be successful no matter where the fuck you live, okay? You may have certain boundaries and certain pitfalls ahead of you depending on where you are. We are all dealt a different hand of cards, and some of us have a little bit less cards to play with, but you still have cards to play with. And I don't think there are any barriers big enough to prevent you from being successful no matter where you live. That being said, again, the potential and the likelihood is so much greater here in America than any other place in the entire world. That's just a fact. That's again, that's not me trying to suck, Statue of Liberty's dick. That's the truth, right? Um, so yeah. Trudeau took a big dump on Canada. He did, and he got the fuck out of there. Trudeau, I mean, I've heard so much terrible shit about Trudeau. Um, did he come out as gay yet? Is he a homo yet? Is he out of the closet yet? Or is that still underground information? Allegations, allegedly, rumors, conspiracy theorists. Sure, Anatoly. Trudeau is still pretending to date Katy Perry. Stop. Stop, green tea. Stop. That's too much. Nacho Joe's still pretending to date Katy Perry. Stop it. That is fun. Now that is funny. That is funny. Well, guys, I'm gonna head out there. I'm done with tonight. We're having a quiet night, and that's okay. But it's been about 60 minutes. I'm gonna end. I have not seen the pics. Post the pics in the Discord channel. Post the pics in the Discord channel. I'm invested now. But I am going to I'm going to head out. I got some laundry to do. I've got some important personal work to be focused on right now as well, that I want to focus on. Um, but thank you everyone for stopping by. I appreciate it. We will be live tomorrow night as well. I think tomorrow I keep putting it off, but I do want to talk about the Candy Burris Todd Tucker divorce situation that's happening right now because I think it's interesting. Um, I think it's really interesting. There are a lot of double standards that exist in family court as it relates to men versus women. And this is a particular divorce where the man is the primary caretaker of the children and doesn't have all of the money. And it's really interesting to me how he's being lambasted in the media and by people on the internet. And I'm a defend him. I'm going to be the one to defend him on the internet. So I do want to talk about that, but I also think I want to talk about it when I have the horizontal setup because I want to show some video, some evidence, some case law, some legal documents. I want to show some of that stuff. I want it to be a bit more of an organized discussion. Um, but I'm defending Todd Tucker all day long in this divorce with Candy Burris. I'm a defend Todd Tucker. I am, and I know y'all hate him. I'm gonna defend him anyway because I think that men need to be defended, especially in family court where the cards are stacked unfairly against them. So, the fuck. Um, where do I go? What do you mean where do I go? What am I invested to, pal? What are you saying? Where do you go? What you are invested to, pal? I don't understand the question. Love you too, Maddie. You were late again. It's okay. It's fine. I forgive you for being late. What's that question? What is going on with that question? Anyway, ask me that question in the Discord channel. I'm gonna go. Have a good one, guys. Bye.